Accidental text. Number 1. A woman texted me apologizing for how bad the hookup was the night before. Number 2. Principals have to inform higher admin when they were leaving their building, and he texted, "I'm leaving the building for sex" instead of for a sec. Number 3. My brother accidentally sent me a snap which was meant to go to his girlfriend saying, "Don't tell me you have a shit fetish. Matter of fact, don't even tell me that you shit. My heart would be like this. LMAO. Number 4. I accidentally sent one to my boss that was for my fiance, calling my coworkers lazy, and he texted back and agreed with me. LMAO. Number 5. Morning sweetheart, the kids are feeling much better, but the chickens still have diarrhea. Number 6. Nudes from a stranger. Ended up meeting and dating the girl for a year. Number 7. I'm pregnant. I just ignored it, blocked it, and moved to another city. Number 8. Got a text, "Is it okay if I smoke crack in your house?" I said sure.
Advice I wish I knew sooner. Number 1. School isn't about learning anymore. It's about passing. Number 2. You can't help people who don't want to be helped. Number 3. Your parents won't be around forever, even if it feels like it. Number 4. Hard work only pays off for your boss, not you. Number 5. Boundaries with anyone that borderline personality disorder is a must, or you'll burn out. Learned that lesson last week. Best friend basically had a full-on psychotic break, and while I already established boundaries. Sometimes people take it too far, and I'm down a best friend. Number 6. How destructive corn can be. Creates fetishes you would never see yourself into it. Number 7. That no matter how good or helpful you've been to people, they'd treat you according to their needs or desires. Also, some people would still be good to you, even if you haven't been of much value to their lives. Number 8. Friends are seasonal, so don't try very hard. The important ones stick around regardless, and the unimportant ones you ain't gonna remember. Awkward first date stories. Number 1. A date with a guy. We're in a park after a light meal, sitting on the grass and chatting. I feel something poke my ass. I look around expecting a dog, felt like a nose, saw noting and went back to talking. Poked again. Look around. Nothing. Poked again as I'm looking and seeing nothing. Now I'm freaking out. I stand up, and beneath where I was sitting, a tiny lil mole pops his nose out of the ground and goes on exploring in the grass. We had a good laugh and watched him wander, dig, and such. The mole occupied us for at least 30 minutes before he burrowed under again for good. Number 2. On a first date, a guy started telling me the story of how his dog died and began crying in the bubble tea cafe. It was so awkward. I was late to meeting my friends after because I was just about to leave when he said that, but I felt like I couldn't just get up and walk out on a crying guy. Number 3. I once had someone on a first date take me to the center of a public park at night and walk me through a very suspect crowd of half-dressed men doing stuff. It was too dark to see. I told him I wanted to go home and we left. I am not sure how I survived that, but I did. The funniest autocorrect fails. Number 1. A friend of mine once tried to send, "You have my full condolences," but it autocorrected to, "You have my full condoms." It made me laugh hard enough for tears in my eyes during a really bad time. Number 2. I had a female friend that went to Bend, Oregon for the weekend. Texted her to tell her I wish I was there with her. Yep. Autocorrected to, "Wish I were in bed with you right now." Number 3. I was texting my friend that I was out eating sushi and it autocorrects saying I was out eating Susie. Number 4. My husband tried to text it on the weekend. "You gonna be a bit?" While we were out shopping. It autocorrected to, "Are you gonna be a bitch?" Number 5 instead of, "It's an organizing date," to my stepmom. I sent, "It's an orgy date." Number 6. I was congratulating some friends who won a tournament this past summer. "Congrats on kicking ass." Auto-corrected to, "Congrats on kissing ass." Tell us your funniest texts with autocorrect. Caught having keck stories. Number 1. When I was 16, I was living with my grandmother. My BF and I were having sex on the couch when she came home through the back door, something she had never done, ever. We heard the door close, and I literally jumped off him and ran to the bathroom. He ran upstairs to my bedroom and got dressed, and left via my window. I can't confirm if she saw anything, But the next week we had a new couch. Number 2, had sex near a river, literally in the middle of nowhere. And then a dog ran up to us and the owner popped out. Number 3, my sister walked in on me and my girlfriend on the floor of her apartment. She said, "WTF's going on here?" And I replied with a straight face, "Yoga." Number 4, we started to have sex in a car until someone came closer to masturbate. First time I felt violated in my entire life. Number 5, her father started polishing his shotgun. Number 6, I was 17, having sex in a parking lot of a playground at like 6 a.m., when some older dude with a lazy eye pulls up next to us and motions to roll the window down. I do so, and he tells us to be careful where we're doing the sex, 'cause there could be creeps around. We thanked him, put on our clothes, and never had sex in that parking lot again.
Cultural shock stories. Number 1, I moved to Germany last year, and I thought that everything being closed on Sundays was an exaggeration. For the most part, it's not. Only tourist attractions, gas stations, and some restaurants open on Sundays. Number 2, McDonald's was an absolute shock. In other counties, a McDonald's is a pristinely clean place. The first time I went into one in Chicago, it was a place where the homeless went for warmth, and the place was so grimy. Number 3, people in Japan even have slippers for toilet. Number 4, some people in America don't take off their shoes at home. Number 5, in Peru and several other countries, they make a fermented cider-like drink out of corn called chicha. It is sort of on the level of moonshine there, in that you can't buy it in a store. And when I lived there, I have been trying to find some for months and months. Finally, there was a stall and a little market that sold it in plastic bottles, reused from water bottles and other similar things. It definitely looked like a moonshine situation, so I bought a bottle. I was walking around, took a great big swig, and I'll be damned if it wasn't vinegar. Apparently, chicha is also used to describe a kind of cooking vinegar, which is made by a related process to that of the home-brewed alcohol.
Number 6, I drowned, but was rescued and revived. At that last moment, when I couldn't hold my breath any longer and knew without a doubt I was going to die, I was overcome by a feeling of peace. I don't want to die, but I know that when it's time, I won't be afraid. Number 7, I discovered how good the brain is at making the process not all that traumatic or scary. It reduced my fear of death. It felt like a roller coaster ride surrounded by bright flashing lights. Number 8 had an experience where I believe I died. I felt my soul spirit rise out of my body and I went to heaven. I had complete peace, zero fear or worries about anything. It felt familiar, and I knew it was heaven. I didn't see anyone, just a bright white light hallway of clouds I was walking down. Afterward, I haven't been afraid to die, and I realized how easy it would be for anyone on earth to let go and leave this world. The process was simple and very comforting. Number 9, I was having a fun night with my friends and drinking Red Bull with vodka. I drunk 8 Red Bulls and half-liter of vodka, didn't feel anything, and then suddenly I was paralyzed, fell on the ground, and my heart started shaking really bad. After 30 seconds, I felt like nothing happened, but then I felt second time hit the ground and saw white light, felt really scared, not like others say that it feels good to them. Ex-homeless stories. Number 1, I met someone who I started dating and they rescued me from the streets. Otherwise, I don't think that I would have been able to make it off. Number 2, I wasn't homeless. I was camping. I lived in a tent in the woods and was amazingly psychotic. Getting mental health help literally got me out of the woods. I got set up with an apartment, a good job, and medication. I've never looked back. Number 3, biggest thing, 5'3", 115 pounds, was how often people try to abduct you. That and how often people try to serve you tampered food. The teenagers trying to get clout by assaulting, pranking you is another one. Number 4, homeless people killing each other, using fentanyl, jerking off in bus. Number 5, I called the suicide hotline and went to the psych ward for a week. They put me in a halfway house and paid for the first 2 weeks. Now I'm working and currently saving for a car. I'm in Tennessee. Funny psychosis stories. Number 1. I fucked with my voices and wasn't scared by all the objects moving or hearing their voices or things like my record player spinning, doorknobs rattling, etc. Called it some cheap haunted house shit, put in earplugs, and read a book. Psychosis is weird and usually not very fun. Number 2. I've seen my cats in dozens of places they shouldn't be. My best example is at the dentist. Once I swear I saw my cat lick my face, but there were no cats in my room. I've seen a gorilla sat at my desk also, funny thing. Number 3, I told my mother it was immediately necessary to get my blood tested because I was a descendant of Jesus and I needed the test to confirm it. Number 4, I hallucinated and saw a chocolate fountain in my living room. I tried dipping my phone into it, thinking my phone was a marshmallow. I later realized I dipped my phone into a vase full of water. Tell me your stories if you are psycho.
Ghost story. Spooky. Saw my deceased friend and colleague, nurse, at work one night shift. I had a wonderful, kind friend who I worked with for a few years at a large hospital in San Diego. She loved her job and came to work with a big smile each night shift, often in pink scrubs and a high ponytail. She was a joy to be around, and sadly diagnosed with leukemia and passed away 2 years later. About 6 months after she passed, I was walking down the hall of the hospital unit we worked on. It was probably between 01000400 a.m., and I would often walk the halls to get some exercise and stay awake. When my friend was alive, she would sometimes take a nap in an empty patient room on her lunch break. As I walked that night, I passed by an unoccupied patient room, and as I passed the door, realized that a woman was actually inside the room, sitting on the hospital bed, wearing pink. It took me a second to register that, but knowing that there should not be a person in that room, I walked back to check out the room, and for the briefest moment saw that it was her, sitting on the side of the hospital bed in pink scrubs, ponytail, big smile on her face as if to say, "Hey, just checking on you all and hoping the night is going smooth." I called out her name, and then she was gone. I immediately started to cry and rushed to the nurse's station and told my colleagues. They all thought it was her, and that of course she would show up at work because she truly loved it. This was honestly reassuring to me, and I think to my colleagues, because we knew how much she missed work in the 2 years she was ill and unable to be there. This is a happy haunting, and cemented in my mind that there is another realm we just don't understand.
What do blind people see, and what do people see when they are born blind? Number 1. The people who are blind from birth do not have a visual sense at all. Hard for us to understand, but that's how it is. They don't see black. They don't see anything at all. People who lose their vision later in life also say that it's an absence of vision rather than blackness. Number 2. Yes. Tell me what you see out of your elbow? Nothing. That gives you a sense of what blindness from birth is like. Number 3. My boyfriend has been blind from birth, so he doesn't see anything. He can see when a light on is, though. Apparently it's like how when we have our eyes closed and can still tell when a light is on, but it doesn't help us see anything. Number 4. My dad was blind and answered this questions for neighborhood kids when asked a couple of times. He went blind when he was 17 due to diabetes. He said it was like having your eyes closed all the time. It was just black. Number 5. What do they dream? Sounds or what? And if you give them DMT? How people from Reddit quit addiction. Number 1. I highly recommend the book Atomic Habits. Number 2. The most effective way is to build another less dangerous addiction. Number 3. Strong mentality. Number 4. Completely disconnect from those who do that thing also. Number 5. Find out why the addiction is there, how it gets triggered, and get help. Number 6. Depends what it is. Sometimes you literally just gotta push through the cravings. Every day gets easier. My best tip is keep busy even if it's just playing games. Number 7. Drink plenty of water. Water with lemon, eat healthy, exercise a lot, like running. Number 8. Ask for help. As your family, close friends. Share your addiction stories in comments and help each other. How did you start smoking? Reddit stories number 1, only at parties. When I'm walking someplace far, the nicotine boosts my marijuana high. It makes me look casual when I'm nervous. There's still a few left. I'm not smoking a pack a day. I haven't been smoking for that long. A few years won't hurt. Number 2. My first job as a kid was in tobacco. Handling it all day causes a buildup of thick black gum all over hands and exposed areas. Nobody knew at the time, but the gum serves as a transdermal patch, delivering 2 or 3 packs worth of nicotine into my 13-year-old's bloodstream. No surprise then that most of the people who worked in tobacco also smoked heavily in the off-season. Took me 40 years to quit. Number 3, I was trying to impress a girl. Bought some cigarettes, tried them with her. Nothing happened. Except I ended up with a 20-a-day habit for 13 years, while she never took to it. How did people heal from breakup? Number 1 basic answer, but time and distance. Build a daily routine without that person. It's been a month for me, and though my heart still hurts, I think about my ex much less, and my routine doesn't involve him. Make a list of the needs your ex fulfilled for you, and give it to yourself. If your ex gave you kind words, write yourself a love letter. If your ex gave you lots of physical affection, ask friends for hugs. Number 2. I'm sorry you're going through this right now, but trust me, you will come out the other side a stronger person. It's a well-known saying for a reason: time heals all wounds. In the meantime, be kind to yourself. Do what you need to actually feel your emotions. Be that vocally, singing at the top of your lungs, talking to someone or even yourself in the mirror, moving your body, dance, exercise, etc. Stimulating your brain, painting, get yourself stuck into a book. You'll be okay, trust me. Number 3, you will always make better relationship.
Times I thought I was alone but wasn't. Number 1, I came home after work and thought the house was empty. I saw a package on my bed with a note saying the UPS man delivered it while I was out. I open it and it was a Spider-Man mask I ordered 2 weeks ago. Excited, I proceeded to run to the bathroom, look in the mirror, don on the mask, and shout out, "Who am I? I'm Spider-Man!" My father came out of his room, poked his head in the bathroom, and just said, "Hey, Spider-Man, shut the fuck up," and went back to his room. Number 2, I came home from class and was taking a shit. My roommate's room is directly next to mine. I spoke to my cat, who was in the bathroom with me, for a solid 30 minutes while taking this shit in an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. Number 3, had very loud keks at my ex-girlfriend's parents' place. Apparently, her little brother had skipped school to get high and play COD and ended up hearing horrible things. Tell us in comments your stories.